If you look at your life, you may see a graveyard of half-finished projects, a guitar sitting in the corner, a half-built website, a set of baking tools you barely used. Recently, you suddenly became obsessed with AI, short videos, photography, or martial arts. And deep down, you probably feel a very specific kind of shame. Society has a name for people like this: unfocused. People tell you you are chaotic, you lack discipline. You can't stay committed to one thing long enough, because you can never seem to pick one path and stay there forever. You may even attack yourself with the phrase, "Jack of all trades, master of none." But most people forget the second half. The full quote is, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." And in the AI era, that quote may become more true than ever. Psychology suggests that this scattered feeling is not a defect. It may actually be a highly adaptive cognitive structure. You are not incapable of focus. You are unconsciously building a mind designed for the future, while the world keeps telling you, focus, specialize, go deeper. Your brain instinctively senses something important. The world has changed. Because in the AI era, knowing only one thing is becoming dangerous. For the last 100 years, the world rewarded hyper-specialization. The people who dug one hole a mile deep won the game. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, accountants. The rules stayed stable for decades. If you repeated the same skill long enough, you became valuable. But the world you live in now is completely different. AI is changing everything rapidly. The rules change every month. The hottest tool today may disappear 3 months later. The most valuable skill today may partially be replaced by AI tomorrow. In this kind of environment, specialists become fragile, because once the industry changes, their advantage can disappear overnight. Kevin Kelly talked about this years ago. He believed the most powerful people in the future would not necessarily be the most specialized. They would be the people best at combining different abilities. According to him, the most important skill in the future is not repeating one thing forever. It is the ability to continuously learn new things. Because the only real certainty now is constant change. That's why you naturally drift. 1 year you obsess over AI. The next year you dive into short-form content. Then suddenly you become fascinated by psychology, business, automation, or design. To outsiders, you look chaotic. People say, "You're too scattered. You can't focus. You'll never succeed." But what you are actually doing is collecting data points from different worlds. And this is where the magic happens. Psychology has a concept called far transfer. Most specialists use near transfer. They solve new problems using old methods. But you are different. You take ideas from one field and apply them to another, completely unrelated field. For example, someone starts in content creation, then studies AI, then learns product design. Eventually, they create an AI content platform that nobody else could imagine, because they simultaneously understand users, content, distribution, AI. That is cross-domain synthesis. And in the AI era, that may become one of the most valuable skills on Earth. Kevin Kelly also shared another important idea. The future belongs to people who can collaborate with technology, not people who simply repeat mechanical tasks. Because repetition is exactly what AI keeps getting better at. But human abilities like connecting different ideas, creating new combinations, understanding emotion, asking original questions, these become even more valuable. If you look at many extraordinary people today, they are rarely single-threaded. Take the founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Most people think of him as an engineer, but in reality, he combines physics, software, manufacturing, energy, business, AI, space technology. His real advantage is not one single skill. It is his ability to connect multiple worlds together. The same thing happened with the founder of Apple. He wasn't just interested in computers. He studied design, calligraphy, beauty, and user experience. At the time, those fields looked completely unrelated. But eventually, they merged into products that changed the world. That is far transfer. That is innovation. So the reason you feel like an imposter is because you are not the best in one single category. But your real value may not come from depth alone. It may come from your ability to connect things other people cannot connect. And in the AI era, that ability becomes more valuable every year. Understanding this can bring enormous relief, but it still does not solve another painful problem: the feeling that you are falling behind in life. You look at people your age. Some are already executives. Some became senior engineers. And you still feel like you are switching directions all the time. So you feel stuck at the starting line. But the real issue is this: you misunderstand your own growth pattern. You are not a traditional specialist. You are a multidimensional person. And the real danger is not having too many interests. The danger is trying to pursue all of them at once. If you try to learn AI, start YouTube, write a book, and build a company all at the same time, you will collapse. The people who successfully live this kind of life understand one thing: life happens in seasons. This matters deeply. You do not need to become everything at once. You only need to fully commit to different things at different stages of life. In your 20s, you may obsess over creativity and content. In your 30s, you may focus on business and products. In your 40s, you may combine everything together through AI and entrepreneurship. Eventually, all those experiences merge together, not as contradictions, but as a system. Many people think changing interest means failure, but sometimes it simply means you are entering a new season. I once heard about a programmer who also loved music, philosophy, game design. Eventually, he realized he could never become only one thing, so he let programming pay the bills. While music and game design continued growing during nights and weekends, years later, those worlds slowly merged together into his own independent game projects. That is how the AI era works. The most powerful people are not linear thinkers, they are integrators. There is one final concept that makes people like this incredibly resilient. It comes from evolutionary biology. Redundancy. In nature, redundancy is not waste, it is strength. Elephants rarely get cancer because they have massive genetic redundancy. If one system fails, another takes over. Your chaotic interests are a form of redundancy too. If you are only a software engineer, AI may terrify you. But if you also understand content, sales, AI, products, automation, you become much harder to replace because you always have another move available. This also connects deeply to another idea from Kevin Kelly. The safest people in the future will not be the most stable people. They will be the most adaptable. So stop apologizing for your unfinished interests. They were not failures. They were preparation. The old world rewarded people who spent their entire life doing one thing, but the AI era rewards something different. The people who thrive now look more like evolving systems than fixed identities. So stop feeling ashamed because your interests are broad. Maybe you are not unfocused. Maybe you simply arrived early to the future.